Might wonder what unifies the LOC. Well, there's going to be no acting this year, just talking. Didn't really have time to prepare a proper video that I thought was worthy of commission intro. So this is just where I will talk about our league. We are global number one. We got five countries represented in this league. Of course, myself as Canadian, many other Canadians, lots of Americans, and we have people from England, we have people from Serbia, and we have people from Germany. And honestly, I would love to see those numbers get up even more. So for some of you people overseas or even some of our North American friends, if you know some people maybe in South America, maybe more in Europe, I'm always open to getting some new referrals in, especially international referrals. Next, well, what keeps us unified? Well, how about the weekly recaps, everybody? For anyone that was around last year, the weekly recaps were added, and what a difference it made, right? I mean, to wake up every morning after football week is over and to go over the recap of every single league in the format of what happened, it really does unify the tiers. And I do think it unifies also the dynasties. So of course, we added the new dynasty this year, so we are now five leagues in the LOC format. And this year, once again, those weekly recaps will be featured, adding the new dynasty as well. Last but not least, we are the LOC family. It was funny. This league was once criticized for being a family league. It is a family league. We got wives in here. We got brothers in here. We might even have some sisters in here. Well, so we got a sister-in-law. So yeah, we are family. And honestly, for the teams that have been around a long time, I just want to say thank you. A lot of you have stuck up for me in a lot of scenarios where, I it felt like, is this really worth going on? And lots of shout outs to people like Dushan, Danny, Ryan. I could think of many more, but those are a few that I just think about that were there in certain situations when I really needed another voice, and you were there. So I just want to say thank you to this LOC family for sticking by my side. And really, it's you that makes this the best fantasy league out there. Thank you.
A few moments later.
Hey everyone, guess who's back? It's the commish back here with another draft preview. And this time we're featuring Susie and Fighting Geese out of the red and white, an original owner that's been here from the beginning and has a great career record. The last few years I don't think have been too great for you, and I know last year wasn't that great either. So anyways, let's just get into the preview and see if there's a chance for you to somehow recover from a poor year last year. Just sharing my screen here and we'll get right into it. Susie and Fighting Geese 2026 draft preview. All right, looking at the keepers. Well, honestly, I think quarterback Dak is an excellent keeper. I really do. I read something on Roto World the other day that said, some people think Dak could throw for over 5,000 this year, which again, is it possible? I think so, right? You got CD, you got Pickens, you got Ferguson at tight end, you got Flournoy getting better at wide receiver. They have Williams at running back. You got Jaden Blue, who seems to be improved from his rookie season. So can you stomach that maybe Dak could throw for over 5,000? Maybe. And I think Dallas is going to be in a lot of high scoring contests. So I do think the quarterback keeper is a good one. You acquired Travis Etienne here, I noticed recently, to be your sole running back keeper. Again, I think you need at least one, right? You need at least one running back keeper. Otherwise, you're going to be in big trouble, right? Like, I think we already kind of went through the sleeper ADP of who they have as top running backs, and it's Mon and Guy, Stevenson, Pollard. Like, none of these guys or keepers, I think. Anyways, I mean maybe Monin guy, but I mean if he ends up being better, but I still think Swift's the RB1 there. So you got to have a running back keeper. Travis Etienne leaves his buddy T Law in Jacksonville. We'll have to see what it means in New Orleans, and it does sound like he's going to be the primary over Alvin Kamara, which is always a good thing, right? We did Krista's preview and Storm here not too long ago and talked about how she had a lot of twos. Well, Dax QB1, Travis Etienne RB1, and then Marvin Harrison is WR1. And a few years back, when you did awful, I'm pretty sure you went Marvin Harrison at one. And it definitely turned out that Neighbors was the right option that year. But we'll have to see about this year, right? I think Harrison's obviously going to have a better year than Neighbors. I think the knee issue for Neighbors is, well, maybe it is well documented, but it's becoming a concern for Giants and also fantasy owners of Neighbors, right? So I do think Harrison finally finds a groove this year. I really do. Zay Flowers is playing for a contract, so I don't think Baltimore is going to give him the money. So I still think, will perform because he knows he's playing for a contract in the free agent market. So I expect also big things from Flowers this year, potentially. I don't have a lot of faith in Lamar at quarterback, I'll be honest. But yet again, another WR1 and then a tight end one here with Harold Fannin, which was a great draft pick by you last year. I think he will regress this year just because there's more weapons in Cleveland. But Cleveland, watch out for this team. I mean, a lot of people just think same old Browns, right? But with the new stadium coming, you guys know how I feel about my conspiracies. Cleveland's going to start getting good because they have to start getting good for the new stadium, right? So Fannon's going to be a part of that. And then TJ Edwards, the guy is getting older. That's the only thing that I would say, but he should be the primary linebacker for Chicago. And the hope for you, obviously, excuse me, as he gets a lot of tackles this year for you, and well, maybe beyond or maybe not, but whatever for this year, you obviously need him. Other keepers, maybe Zach Charbonnet, but again, he's got the injury, so it's like hanging on to him for half a year, and then he's still not going to be the same for at least another half a year. Rondé Gadsden, maybe, a rookie tight end that looked like he had some promise for the Chargers. I know they brought in Njoku, which could eat away at some of his targets for this year at least. Looking at IDP, you potentially could go Cam Curl. He's pretty sure he was DB1 last year, so he would be an option that you could consider for sure. But that's pretty much where it ends in terms of potential keepers that you could have gone. Sorry, end of the day here, so pretty tired. All right, 2025 finish, last year's recap, 18th place finish. Not the best, right? And I honestly, and I think, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the worst finish of your career, right? I mean, you were only two spots away from dropping. The record was 4-10 last year, pretty dreadful. Your tier one career record, though, 98-65. That's definitely not dreadful. You were two career wins away from 100, which, again, that's pretty special to have 100 wins. And I do think you'll get it this year. So I thought you were going to get it this past year, but you didn't. And, I do think you'll get that 100th win this year. It shouldn't be a problem. All right, so looking at the draft pick scenario, you got 9 picks here in the first 10 rounds. You are picking 11th overall with that 18th place finish. So not ideal as well, finishing 18th and having to pick 11th, of course, being out of the consolation round and not able to improve your pick. I know you traded around 1 and 2 for Travis Etienne. So you don't have the two anymore. You did have the extra one, but I think you definitely needed to do it after the injury to Charbonnet. And I mean, I guess you could have kept Gadsden, but I still think Etienne's better than anyone you would have got at 1 and 2. And obviously, Finn needed the keeper or the draft picks. And obviously, that's what you need to do to get better in this league, right? You got to look at, okay, who needs picks? Where can I improve a keeper? And getting the right offer on those people that are obviously trying to get rid of these players. So I know I've dumped a bunch of guys this offseason for cheap, and again, I'm just in that position where I'm just trying to get any pick back, right? So, and then the only problem with the one and then no one pick and two, it'll be 40 picks until you pick again. It's a long wait, and you really puts pressure on you. Sure. To nail that 11th overall pick. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. And sorry for the yawns so much here, but you clearly know how much I work. So, all right, 11s, rounds 11 to 20. Yeah, I like what you've done here. Double up picks in 11, 12, and 13 will help with the depth. It will help with the bench players. It'll help with the IDPs. Whatever direction you want to go into there. And the beautiful thing about it is those picks are only 3 picks apart. So yeah, you'll be picking right away again, and you'll be able to incorporate what I love as the double up strategy, right? So you guys have heard me here talk about it before, where you can maybe double up on a DB, double up on a linebacker, double up on a wide receiver on the bench, whatever the case may be. People might still be filling out their offense at this stage. So you might want to take some of those bench players, or you might just want to continue on the IDP strength. It really just depends on how the draft goes. And they tend to go the same each year. It's just okay, when's that first IDP going, right? I swear that's what everyone thinks when we get going, and it's been the same for the dynasty drafts as well. Rounds 11, 21 to 29 here. No picks in 4 of those rounds, and then you got 2 extra ones here, one in 26, one in 23, which obviously makes sense because you had the 3 extra ones in rounds 11 to 20 there. So yeah, it just kind of puts you in that position here where you will get to end the draft a little bit earlier than most, which is always a nice feeling to just be able to log off after such a long marathon. But yeah, I think your draft pick scenario is better than a lot of teams. Is it a contending draft pick scenario? Not quite sure, but this year's a little bit different. Like the picks are spread out this year. There's no, I mean, I know we did Stewart already. He had a lot of picks early on, but for the most part, there's not a lot of teams or not as much anymore. And I do feel that's just because people have kind of wised up. You don't want to drop the players in the league are so good now that you don't want to drop. I mean, even me, I dropped that one year, right? And then I was just tier 2 champion, which made me go back up. So thank God for that for me. But it just goes to show you, even the commish can fall, and that means anyone can fall because I think anyone in this league could win the title at this stage. All right, so likely first pick. I think you're going to go running back, right? And then like I already mentioned, sleepers ADP on running back is at this stage at pick 11. They're saying maybe Monin guy would be available, maybe Tony Pollard, more likely Brian Robinson and Tyler Algier. And that's the thing. Do you want to go those guys at 11? I think you're going to have to weigh up whether or not it's worth going to running back here, or do you take a chance on a rookie? The problem with you picking at 11 and no 2, though, is you don't pick again for 40 picks. So if you go that rookie and he's invisible in his first year, kind of like a Luther Burden, everybody liked him coming out, but he was pretty much invisible in year one, right? So, if you're planning to win now, you go with someone who's going to be productive, and if you're planning on just rebuilding this thing, then you take a chance on a rookie, right? It's that simple. All right, my favorite slide, the barometer slide. So the potential storylines here. I see a bottom 4 finish for you. If we see those injuries to key players such as Dak, ETN going down, Harrison, and of course, dreadful drafting could lead you into that bottom 4 scenario as well. Consolation contender, I think a bad draft, so not an awful one, but a bad one, and a lack of quality capital compared to some of the other contenders that might just have a little bit more capital to round out the bench, round out the depth, and round out their already IDPs. I think you'll be a playoff team if Dak goes off. Marvin Harrison is as good as he was supposed to be coming out of the draft, and you have a good draft, right? And if you do those things, I think you definitely could be a playoff team. Division title, I think the biggest competitor for the crown right now appears to be the 12th man. He has a lot of picks, or at least more than the average team, and he has that running back monster keeper, and like I think he's got Janty and a couple others. I mean, Henderson, he picked one too last year. So if you're not a good team after having so many early draft picks like the 12th man has had, then you're really drafting poorly. And then I do feel you could be champion. Anyone could be champion, but your keepers are going to have career years, and you nail every pick. Anyway, Susie, that is your preview for 2026. I hope you enjoy the league, and I hope you continue to put the time in to do the waivers and all the hard work that it takes to be successful in this league. Thank you for watching.